Hello, welcome to Corack playing Ylands. I'm gonna start doing the .5 episodes. Like this is 11.5 as my solo episodes, or anything that's a point. So if it's like episode 10, 11, 12, those are gonna be co-ops. This one I did episode 11.5. If I do another single player session before we do the full co-op, it'll be like 11.7. But actually, let's make this one 11.3. I don't know. Anyway, it'll be a point something, and anything that's a point will be a solo mission. So what I'm gonna do here today is we are going to actually put in a garden. This little section is just going to be gardening. We went to the monsoonal region. We've just upgraded to the iron tools and stuff like that. That one I don't need anymore. So what we're gonna do is we build our base. We didn't have any of these gardens. I figured out how to do gardens. I got a bunch of pumpkins jammed in here together. We've discovered some new I'm hungry. New plants and stuff in the new region. So I'd originally, after we made this base, I put in a little garden in front of each set of houses. Oh, Minx is getting hers food right along. And I think it's like Minx there, she'll probably decorate hers as a botanical display garden in front of hers, and we need some more gardens just for growing stuff. This one, Soul one just moved in. He's just now starting. He's played with us. Mirwin, different names. So he joined today and is getting caught up. I have to actually get him into the clan so he has permissions to do stuff. Since this is the yellow dock, I actually put a desert sand in here. So we got desert melons, palm trees, this sisal agave, which gives you fabric, growing over here. So anything desert will grow over here. Here's Mr. Tank's garden where he's growing some stuff for himself, and he's growing ginseng and aloe vera for healing items. Anyway, it's time we added some more gardens in, so I thought I'd do a video on how to do that. It's easy if you're on the land. You can smooth it out, you can do whatever. But if you have a fortress on the water like we have here, the pumpkins are because we've gotten the ability to make jack-o'-lanterns by planting some pumpkins. If you're on the water like this, you have to put dirt down. Let me go up here. So Corack, let's see if anything attacks us. He's got some extra crabs. For some reason, these have been spawning in extra animals. You put this down to control your animals. It has to be on dirt. Well, you end up putting down a piece of dirt to install that, and you pull up the dirt. Let me show you. Dirt. Okay, so I'm gonna put in 2 gardens over here. One right here and one right here. Well, I actually don't want to do it on the white. Well, I could always dig it out. At some point, we're going to a polar region. Now I'm wondering if you can grow stuff and it has to be in snow. I don't know. We'll do it over here between Mr. Tank and me. Blue line, you can't pick up orders, so there's never going to be an aquatic garden. So we're going to end up putting in 2 things. Now, this looks nice. But when you start adding it, the dirt, this is only 1 block thick, the dirt will show up underneath the house. And I'll show you that in a little bit. So I have a stone destruction hammer here. It takes out 1 block. That's a iron destruction hammer. Oh yeah, these get a little complicated because they have the pillars under them. I had to put down that dirt because the blueprint machine that I'm going to use has to sit on dirt for some reason. Now this destruction hammer just upgraded from stone. I don't know what the difference is. You're still only destructing 1 item. There is a sledgehammer that lets you destruct larger areas. You can eventually get one. I think I just have to take 2 out. Okay, so stone. Pillar? Yeah, stone pillar. I think these will be low enough, we'll find out. Let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, the 1 piece of dirt didn't stick through the bottom, but when you start doing a whole bunch of dirt, it sticks through the bottom. Let's see, that's lined up. I'm just basically checking to see if these are square. If I actually got them front and back square on the pillar. This is a raft I made for actually going around underneath and investigating my stuff after I get it installed. We're gonna go blueprints. I made this in the editor, which if you look at some of the other videos, I go through editor, so use blueprint. Now I got that gap in there, and why is because the bigger stones actually overlay underneath. It's sticking 1 stone into here, so that gap, see, you have to have that piece of dirt to drop your blueprint. That gap accommodates that. What happens is when you're doing a lot of terrain, and you'll see this in a little bit, your blocks are squares, your terrains are diamonds, pyramids, or whatever. That doesn't necessarily fit nicely if you're doing a whole bunch. Especially when a single block like this is fine, but when you start putting a bunch together, it grows. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Go up, over, this way. Uh-oh, did I put that dirt too close? There we go. Oh! Oh, that's wrong. Stop building. Yes. So this thing is up 1 too high. Open, stop building. Yes. I haven't added anything to it, so it's not a big deal. Stone pillar, that one, craft. Those look like they're in line. Planter. Up. Up. center. I should have been staying on a corner like this when I did it, just to be able to see it better. Look, that looks like it's okay. Oh, the pillar underneath is more aesthetic than anything. Does it have to be there? No. Okay, so we go in. I need 100 stone and 128 clay. Yeah, I'll build that in. Now I have this clay in the bottom. I thought about extending it down one more so I'd have a swimming pool. But I was reading online that you had to put dirt on top of clay. I experimented with a little bit. It seemed that way, but later I found out you don't have to. But I left a design there just for fun. So I have my you can do gravel also. I have my dirt that we'd picked up in my inventory, and weirdly, as you work your garden, you are going to end up with more dirt than you used. So you don't have to have 1,000 dirt. 20 dirt would be plenty for something like this. So I'm not going to start it on the ground. It doesn't care if it touches the ground. So I'm going to start it. Now see, I put one right next to it. See how much it grew? Now it pushes outside your square also. See? So you end up, and see how tall it is? You end up flattening that and raking it to get the shape you want. Whoops. Now why I put it in over there, I have no idea. Of course, I'm losing light. So let's go back to inventory, toolbox. Let me just grab my sleeping pad. Go it down so we can make it daylight so you can watch more of this. Inventory. Let me eat something. Okay, sun's coming up. Let me drop a piece of dirt in there. So you start off with a wooden rake and a wooden shovel. So if you look at the details on this toolbox, let me pull these out so we can see the details. I just got the spade. I haven't played with that yet. Okay, so shovel. This is the same as a wooden shovel used for leveling terrain. I'm hoping the wooden shovel, it didn't work real well for me, so I'm hoping a better quality tool will work better. I'm still stuck with the wooden rake used to smooth. So we got smoothing and we got leveling. And this is a new one for me. Details that you didn't have as an iron used for digging. So we are going to try the spade here. Oh! That takes out a lot. All right, that thing gets carried away. We're gonna switch to rake. Let me turn down this game music a little bit. For me, it's a little loud. I don't know. Since I'm doing local recording, I don't know what it is for you. So see, I'm hoping once I get an iron rake, this will work really a lot better. And it's just practice and patience. Okay, so I need some more dirt down in there. And see how it's creating dirt? As I rake it? Okay, let's try. Oh, that works a lot better. Well, at least in those couple instances. This is basically just a lot of trial and error. Now what you want to do, even though I'm above the level I want to be, to see how it pushes out, that's why I made those thicker pieces underneath, so it gives it some room where you don't necessarily have to clean it up, and it'll look good. There's 3 pieces of dirt there. There's some there. Now this isn't looking too bad. Now what I was doing was I was taking the I had a brass pick, and I would take off. This is the iron one is doing a lot bigger radius than the brass one did. Actually, I'm kind of liking this. Let's see if we can. See, that's not really flattening. Okay, so let's go to the. Yeah, I may end up adding some more dirt back in here. Almost took out too much. Yeah, that took out too much. But see, when you add back in, it doesn't. Once you start leveling it, and you're adding back in, it doesn't necessarily over like the initial. That's why you want to break it out in between. Now see, that's looking pretty nice there. I can deal with that. Let's see. Eventually, you get better and better terrain tools. Like any game, as you level up, you get access to better weapons, better armor, all that. Right now, I'm wearing samurai armor that we just found. It's mostly samurai armor. I think I still have to locate the boots. That's looking pretty good. Now, when I first started doing this, I was overdoing it. I didn't smooth it out the first time. It took me a lot of time. So your first I'll call it an offshore garden, can be quite the pain to get leveled out. Trust me, you want to level your garden first before you start subtracting and adding dirt to fill the holes in. Okay, we haven't used the spade a whole lot, so let's see. That was too much. That wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Okay, this is working about like the iron or bronze pick was for me. I don't need that pile anymore. We're getting this shaped up. I think that's a little more than bronze was doing. So I would plan on getting rid of this. I mean, bronze pickaxe, but there may be something to keeping the different levels of tools. They have, we'll just say, fine, medium, and large. Abilities to your tools. Now, another thing you could do is you could not pre-build your planter. You could level things out and then try to build your planter around whatever shape you end up with. Now see, that little bit is fine. Let me just make sure I switch to my hand so I don't see how I got this. And it's got there it's to the edge, but there you got that little gap. So if we use the iron pickaxe. Clean up that dirt I see sticking out. I'm not at this point, I'm not sure the difference between my shovel and my picket or my spade. Actually, the spade may be a little quicker on that. I'm gonna switch to my bronze for a smaller was almost too much still. Now, if you have a better way of doing this, please comment in the video so I can learn. Seemed like it took a little much off that side. These sides aren't too bad. Here's where I'm. See, I've already got 2 piles of dirt in my inventory now. That's why I was like, you don't need a ton of dirt to do something like this, because you will generate dirt. You will make mistakes. You'll make large holes. It's all part of the fun, part of the learning process. Or maybe you consider it part of the mental torture. I made most of the other ones using this bronze pickaxe, so. What I'm used to. So we're you start a space out here till it stops moving, and then you go one in and clean it up. There you go. That's pretty decent. What seeds do I have? I don't have any seeds. Let's run over to gardening. Hello.
Hey.
I'm recording a gardening video right now.
Excellent.
So how are you doing today?
Doing okay. They did not make us come into work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was nice of them. Oh, I like the flowers. Gorgeous. So do the pumpkins.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what I want to plant right now. I'm just going. Oh, you have seeds. Okay. There's some buckwheat seeds and rice seed. Let me go out to back out to my garden over here. Okay, so and when you're placing seeds, you just start like that. Now, I'm not doing this one for aesthetics. This is just simply for growing crops, so I'm shoving these seeds as closely together as possible. If I was doing it for aesthetics, you would definitely leave more space in between. Depending on what kind of garden you want. Maybe you want a wild urban garden, and you would just jam everything together. If aesthetically you'd want them separated some. I can say once you get like a tree grown up or something grown, the seeds you can place them all right next to each other. As once they get grown, you can't place a seed that close to a tree. Trying to decide when I need to. Plant next. Details. If you got something like this and you have break, what it's gonna do is give you seeds. So see, that just gave me 30 seeds. Details. See, there's no break here, so that's not going to turn into seeds. Let me put those back. And 30 healing seeds here. We'll go back and we'll just fill up the rest of this container. When you're learning tech tree stuff, you'll need sometimes, like here you need bamboo. So if you don't have any bamboo or not much, you may want to grow some just so you have the option. Oh, campfire, here we go. Cooking, here we go. So I need rice, tea leaves, and bamboo shoots. So there, instance where you would want to grow some bamboo, tea leaves. Corack, didn't you find some tea last night?
Let me check.
If you did, I need to actually plant that.
I have some willow seeds, wild melon,
All right,
rhododendron.
it'd be in your herb bag probably.
Yeah. Or seed packet. Oh, the herb.
Yeah. I'm assuming tea seeds would be in your herbs.
No, not seeing any.
All right. I
Seeds
knew
in there.
you'd said something about tea. I didn't know if you'd actually picked it
I
or
got
not.
the seed packet box that you gave me.
Right.
So I've got cedar tree, cactus, palm tree, rainforest.
Cedar tree.
Yeah.
I didn't see a seed. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know where I got it. I've got some. I got a sumac, tall sakura, and a willow tree.
I've seen the willow tree.
You know what? I'll bring the seeds over and put them in the box. I don't need to carry them. And they'll be available for you.
There's lots of seed stuff in the garden, and then if it's edible, like corn, carrots, something like that, it's over in the or just dumped in with the foods in the food court. That's on the first level.
All right.
One more door down to your right. Or go in and go to your right. Or
Thank
yeah.
you.
The
Yep,
green
garden.
area, the garden.
Yep.
Okay, let's try this dig. Man, that dig takes out a lot. It takes out actually too much. I got some upgrade to some iron tools, and they're a little harsh for gardening. They take out just a little too much. I don't know how far you've gone on learning your tools, but we have the iron stuff so you can learn iron tools, or I can just make it Give you an iron pick. There, little dirt there. Oh, big piece of dirt there. Little dirt there. Dirt there. To the right. I need to make a daylight here in a sec.
All right.
Videos are rare in the daylight. Or at least a gardening video is. We're not doing a video on growing moonshade or something weird. There you can already see some of those plants coming up in that first section that we plant. The rice and the buckwheat. That doesn't look too bad. Side's cleaning up. I got just a couple little spots left to fix on this garden. A little spot there, a little spot there. Back to the rake. Well, that corner garden's a little high, but I know my clanmates are gonna notice and complain. Especially Lorak. He's not gonna come out here and go, "Hey, your garden's a little unlevel there."
Nope. No, I will not.
We'll put a rake in his hand and tell him, "Well, fix it if you don't like it."
And I'll go, I love it.
Don't forget there in the burnt out fire pit in place in there should be some bread for you. Anyway, that is how you create a garden and plant it in the on a floating island base. Thanks for watching.